inside your bedroom. We stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm. Physical silence, no need to speak a word. Lay here beside me. Don't wanna move too fast. Your lips on the floors, sipping on your love, sipping on your love. I never dare to ask if we're gonna last. I'm needing all your love, needing all your love. Oh, when you, oh my God, you know you're playing your cards so right. Oh, I was looking for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Take me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I was looking for hearts, I was looking for hearts. Your blood is pumping, I feel it in your veins, surfing your heat waves. Your taste is different, somehow it makes me brave. Chemical nature. Don't wanna move too fast. Your lips on the floors, sipping on your love, sipping on your love. Oh, when you, oh my God, you know you're playing your cards so right. Oh, I was looking for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Take me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I was looking for hearts, I was looking for hearts, hearts, hearts. I was looking for hearts, hearts, hearts. I was looking for hearts. Oh my God, I'm a fool. Thought I'd never fall into you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so cruel how I'm loving the things you do. Ooh, yeah. Oh, when you, oh my God, you know you're playing your cards so right. Oh, I was looking for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Take me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I was looking for hearts, I was looking for hearts, hearts, hearts. I was looking for hearts, hearts, hearts. I was looking for hearts. Too fast, your lips on the floors, sipping on your love, sipping on your love. I was looking for hearts.
All right, welcome everybody. Let me adjust the angle so it doesn't look like I'm looking down at you. All right, I don't feel super great. So for starters, my voice is like cracking because I think it's allergies. Not for sure. I just don't quite feel great. I slept in so long. I woke up at like 11:30 today and felt like I immediately needed to go back to sleep. So I am doing the most with what I have as far as energy goes. Hello. Glad to see some of my regulars are here. Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to hear where you guys are with your projects. Hello, Haley's World. I believe you are new. Hello. Hi, Jen. Good to see all of you guys. So I finally have started into Throne of Glass. I am more than halfway into this book. It is great. I am loving it. It definitely is like a slow build. There's a lot of background and stuff and a lot of introduction of characters, which I appreciate because I love character building. It's my favorite part of writing. And so I kind of appreciated the slow build of this book, getting into all of the characters. It wasn't until like halfway in that we actually get like a lot of the issue in this book, like really get into the plot. So I'm enjoying it. Cannot wait to finish this. My plan after I finish Throne of Glass, instead of moving on through the rest of the series, I'm going to hit pause and I am going to finally read Iron Flame. So I actually ended up with 2 copies of that book with the sprayed edges and everything. And I got one of them at 20% off in a university bookstore, which was insane. And there's no misprint in either of them. I flipped through them to make sure, and they are both great. And so I gave one copy to one of my friends that is over a lot. I spend quite a bit of time with her. I gave her a copy and I kept my original pre-order copy from Amazon. So I am dying to get back around to that. So that's my plan as far as reading goes. Tonight, I am finishing some more details on the outline for the second book in my winter romance series. It is an interconnected series. It's much more romance forward. That is the main plot. The fact that they are all witches is kind of the subplot in this book. It's very fun. Love this. I think I've already talked a little bit about it. Book 1 is Winter Witches. It comes out December 12th. It is currently with my editor. I cannot wait to get it back and finalize edits for you guys. Book 2, actually, let me start again. Winter Witches is a fake dating trope. Very fun. Book 2 is going to be a friends to lovers trope. And book 3, don't really think I've even announced that much yet. Book 3 will be an enemies to lovers, which is my favorite trope to read and write. I love the angst of it, and I just love it so much. So that'll be the final book in the series. I do have a title picked out for book 2. I don't think I'm going to announce that until I am like into writing it. I want to get through publication for Winter Witches first before I really release any of my 2024 titles. I'm actually thinking about withholding that information and doing like kind of an event into 2024 where I release all of my titles that I have planned for 2024, because this time around I actually have my dates a little bit more solid than I typically do, like down to the month. I feel pretty good about them. So I think that is how I may do that going into the new year. Jen says, I am still trucking away on Aramount Book 3, hoping to get this last chapter in part 1 done so I can start tackling part 2. That is awesome. What about everyone else? What are we all working on tonight? Let me I'll get water while you guys think on it. Woo. By the way, I've gotten a couple comments, like mostly in real life, but also from online as this has made an appearance. This is the stainless steel jug from Hydro Jug. I actually have a 10% discount code in the description box if you're curious about getting one of your own. It's great for the gym, keeps everything nice and cold all day. And it doesn't look like it, but there's a straw in here, which is super nice. You can also remove the straw, but it does have a straw if you like cups like that. All right, Felicia is 925 of 1,715 for the day. That is awesome. I think I tried NaNoWriMo last year and didn't hit my goal, which was fine. Honestly, NaNoWriMo just falls at a really busy time for me. Once December hits, things slow down a lot. And that is why I do the write a book in a month challenge in December. And that book is always my winter romance. And I think I'm going to continue that trend even as I finish this winter series. I think I might write some of my lighter books. I have a couple ideas for like similar books to this, not so much like wintry themed, but um, more contemporary feeling books. I do have some thoughts for things that I could do. So I may do that every single December um, to keep me busy in the winter months when I'm usually shut in my house. Nano is such a fun time of year, but oh boy, is it always the worst time of year for me too. Yes, it is just way too busy. I'm barely getting my stuff done right now, and I'm not even writing a book, and I've barely touched any projects aside from this outline, and I've really only been focusing on the outline in these Sunday live streams. So I am, needless to say, I am very excited for December, which is not quite like me. This week is the last week before Thanksgiving break. So if you are new to this channel and you do not know, I am a full-time school counselor. That's what I do during the day. So I work in the public school system in the US. And so we get, at least where I am, we get a whole month off, not a month, good Lord, we get a week off for Thanksgiving. So that's next week. And I am super excited to take some time off. I think I'm going to actually really take time off because I am also having some issues with my TikTok. And so I've had to slow down anyway with some of my marketing. Um, if you've watched the vlog, then you may have heard, or if you're on my social medias, because I did get that one out on Instagram, I think. I think I'm shadow banned or something on TikTok because my content is only going out to people who are my friends. It's not going out to my For You page, it looks like. I did put like a help ticket into TikTok, just hoping to get a little bit of explanation. I've brainstormed so much about what it is I might have done. Can't really think of anything except that maybe it's because I do all of my posting usually 4 o'clock to like 10 o'clock in the evenings. And then other than that, I'm not on TikTok a lot because I'm at work all day. So the only thing I can think of is that maybe TikTok read that as being spammy. I don't know. I don't know. So we are going to wait it out, see what happens. And for the time being, I'm making the most of the platforms I do have access to and trying to do the best marketing that I can in other ways. So that's where we are right now. Is anyone celebrating Thanksgiving? I know a lot of you, I have quite a few followers from out of country, like Canada. There's a couple from the UK, I think, even that I consistently see reading my books on Amazon on my KDP dashboard. There's always like a UK reader in there, which is really interesting. Um, but how's everyone else spending the holiday season? Anyone have big plans? I'm going to just pull up my outline here while we're chatting, and then we'll move into, I think, our first sprints. Okay. Did I really have this set in 12 the whole time? Surely not. No, I guess it was. Oh no, let me fix that. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Yes. If you are one of my Canadian followers, yes, Thanksgiving has already passed for you guys. All right. I think I'm all set up over here with my outline. I am at the point where I've kind of gone back and forth. I'm finishing the outline, hopefully tonight, which is really exciting, nailing down some final details. And so I am also getting my Word document set up for the actual drafting portion once we get to that. So I'm going back and forth a little bit, so I'm doing a bit of formatting tonight also. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into our first sprint of the night. Don't forget to subscribe and like this live stream. Hopefully, we are all going to get a lot done tonight. So, where did that go? There it is. So, I am just going to finish up my outline tonight. I'm at like the end. I'm close to the resolution, so I should be able to nail things down tonight, especially between all three of our sprints. So, um, Jen says just waiting for the rest of the year. That's how I feel too. For I'm so ready for this year to wrap up and to start fresh again. I've already started planning out my 2024 goals a bit. And I'm almost at the point where I need to sit down and review my goals from 2023. So I am also just ready to like move on. I'm ready to move on to this draft in December and then start fresh with my new projects. It's like starting a new era for me in 2024. I am excited. Patrick says he is working on his queer treasure hunt pirates chapter. That's something I haven't read in a while, is a good pirate book. Maybe I need to do that. Switch gears. I've read a lot of different fantasy books, but not a pirate one this year. Okay. 20 minutes is up on the clock. We are going to write for our first sprint. Hopefully get a lot done. So I will see you guys in 3, 2, 1 sprint. All right. So, oh, oh my goodness. I am feeling really good now. It's felt like things have just been dragging along the last couple of weeks with all things writing, to be honest. And even though I really do not feel super great tonight. And I am a little stressed because I have some big events going on this week. I won't actually have like a full normal day of work. I won't even like be in the building until Friday this week. So, and I'll be working still the whole week. So, some of it's the stress, but I'm I'm really getting somewhere now with this outline, which is bizarre. Maybe I just needed the mental escape and that's why it's all going so great. I don't know. But I'm excited to see how everything is going for you guys. A couple more joined the stream. So welcome to you guys. Hi, Margaret. Just got back to this tab, hour 20 minutes later. Ooh, hello. Yes, I'm excited you're here. Aiming to focus for 600 more words. Oh my gosh, in 15 minutes. Man, good luck. Last week, everybody wrote like that. All of you wrote super quick, and I was having such a hard time even getting the bare minimum done. So, maybe it'll be another good night for all of you guys. I hope so. So close to finishing up so I can send to a developmental editor. That is a really exciting step. It can be a little intimidating sending your book off like that. But as soon as it's out of your hands and it's in somebody else's, I feel like a breath of fresh air. I really do. I always feel like a little moment of relief have it being done and sending it off to somebody else, at least for a little while. It's like a little break for me. 467, that is awesome. 471 words for Felicia. Oh my gosh, Jen, 984. Oh my gosh, Jen, you had a really good couple of weeks. You're writing a lot. Man, NaNoWriMo is treating you well. Um, yes, I also like the name Cranky Spinster. I don't know how, but I am happy about it. Hopefully, I can keep this up and just burn through this chapter. That would be amazing. I am so excited for you. That is huge, being able to get that much done in that short of a time, because 20 minutes is not that long of a sprint. It really feels sometimes like not enough to me to really get stuff done. Sometimes I'm right in the middle of something. It's just a weird time. But also, wow, just goes to show what you can get done in 20 minutes, I guess. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Man. So, um, before we started that first sprint, I was kind of talking a little bit about all the things about how, like, and I wasn't the only one, how I'm excited to get into the new year and just get through the last part of this year. And I think Jen, speaking of, I think you were one of the people who'd said that you were just trying to get through the end of the book and stuff and get on to the next thing. And I definitely feel that way. So I was just kind of curious, what does everyone have planned next after your current like work in progress? And what do you have for the new year? That's something, I mean, we're getting into like bucket list season, and setting New Year's resolutions. I don't know if you guys do that or not. I do. I used to, growing up, not think much about it. I just didn't, I don't know. It wasn't that goal setting wasn't important to me because I definitely had a list of things I wanted to accomplish in the future, but I just didn't see it as being so important to set like like things in the present. um like a year out. I was always thinking big picture, and maybe that's just because I was young and I didn't think about how long it takes to accomplish things and how it's really the little goals that get you places. But it wasn't until a couple years ago that I started setting yearly goals for myself. So now I don't really have, I don't know if I'd call them New Year's resolutions, but I guess they kind of are New Year's resolutions. Um, I always set a couple different goals for myself. I definitely set a lot of writing goals, but I also try to set a personal goal. Um, and I think I might try that again. I think I might start my personal goal really small though, because in the last few years, I think my goals were reachable, but there are just life things that get in the way that I wasn't very good at planning for. So I'll definitely have a personal goal, but it'll be really small this year. Yes. Jen says she wasn't even in the writing mood until she started watching this stream. Oh my gosh. Yeesh. What is bucket list season? That's just what I call it. um, Goal is to have first draft done by the end of the year. Hoping to work on something secret right now in the new year before diving into edits for this book and getting the book shaped. Yes. Ooh, a secret project. Most of my projects in the new year is going to be yeah, I guess resolution season is probably a better word for that, isn't it? Most of my projects this year are going to be completely new. They're going to be much more grown up than what I typically write. I usually write young adult books, always fantasy. There's always some kind of magic or paranormal element to my books. I just can't help myself. Same thing with romance. There's always a romantic subplot. But into the new year, I think I'll be writing. I have all of my books that I have planned are a little more grown up. One of them is quite a bit more on the romance side um, than a lot of my other fantasy books have been. So I am excited for something a little bit different. Just can't think that far out right now. It's too much pressure for me. I totally get that. I haven't like sat down and had a full on session, but I definitely have a few things in the back of my head like thoughts. Nothing fully formed as like a goal yet, but just some things that I think might be worth including in my goals for 2024. Yes, definitely valid. I mean, we're getting into the holiday season. That's when a lot of people experience a lot of like busyness between holiday planning and then just end of the year things like at work and stuff. So I completely get it. For us in public education, it's like the mad dash to the end of the semester. So students are suddenly very aware of their grades and are very, very concerned about making up things and getting things accomplished. And unfortunately, most of them, because they're young, they're kids. Most of them wait until the very end when life becomes real to do it all. And so it really is like crunch time for everybody because it means we also have to swing in and pick up the slack. So it will all be fine. But yes, we're also very busy. And so I totally understand not being able to wrap your head around like the New Year season for sure. All right. So I definitely got to the end of my outline here. I'm on the resolution. There we go. Let me scroll down to it. I am feeling really good about this book, and most of it, I'm doing a lot of my planning mentally. So the outline itself doesn't look so great. Like it doesn't really look fully formed, but that's just because I'm a pantser. And so I really like discovery writing. And so the way I've learned since I've started publishing books, especially, I've learned how to make outlines work for me so that I'm still planning, so the writing goes quicker, but also so that I leave some of that creative freedom still. That's the fun part to me. That's the part I crave. And so if I plan too much, the book doesn't become fun anymore to write to me. Um, or my brain finds a reason to make it more fun. So go off script, so to speak. So I figured out ways to create an outline that's pretty bare bones and leaves a lot of space for that. So while the outline I actually have drafted looks kind of rinky dink and kind of pathetic, honestly, I actually have a lot of stuff done, knowing how my process works. So, sprint number 2 for me is probably all going to be about the resolution and tying up loose ends. And part of the resolution will be deciding at least the direction for book 3 because part of this book needs to set up some of the expectations or at least some of the changes in Marley, who is the youngest sister, needs to set up a little bit for her, and it will. I mean, a lot of Marley's character is that she's a brainiac and she is insanely sarcastic. To the point of sounding rude, even sarcastic. I love her character so much. And so we're going to get to read a little bit more into that because in book 2, in this one, she's much more independent. She's off at college now. And so setting up book 3, gosh, that's what I need to decide kind of how that'll work and how that ties in. But I think that we are in a good place to move on to the second sprint. So I'm going to put our 20-minute timer back up. So we'll do 20 more minutes. Holy moly, I wonder how much more Jen will write tonight. Hopefully I can get through the entire resolution in this 20 minutes and think on how this will grow into book 3. I think with the third sprint, if I can accomplish all that, with sprint number 3, I may start jotting out my notes for the third book. Because I already have some things I know are going to have to change, like a couple names in the book that I have characters to introduce. Some of those will have to change. So sprint number 3, I'm hoping I'll be in a place to just start on some notes for that. That way everything will come together as I start writing this draft and I can connect the dots between the 2 books. So 20 minutes on our clock, halfway done with the night. 3, 2, 1, sprint. All right, guys. I am feeling really good. I already said that once, but just like I said, I got pretty much through the resolution. I'm not like super happy with it, but I know that some of the little details, like I got the resolution, but some of the like little details in between are not there. But I know that as I draft and I get to like discover write a little bit, that's where that piece will solidify for me at least. So I feel really good about the outline. I also not only did I get to jot down a couple little notes for book 3, but I actually got just about the entire, like I didn't get it outlined, let's not say that, but I have the, like, general plot of book 3 figured out now. So, holy, I got a lot done in that sprint. I am super excited. Um, yes. It sounds like everybody else had a pretty good sprint. Felicia said 357 words. I was interrupted by a phone call. That's still pretty good for one sprint for 20 minutes. Awesome. I have met my goal for today. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited that we all have been able to get so much done. I really needed this sprint. I think I really did to kick off the week more than I normally do, even because I just was not feeling great. I've been a little bit down the last few days just because I'm coming across a lot, like a couple more obstacles than I typically do all at one time, which has been a lot. I think just mentally, I needed the escape, and writing is always that kind of escape for me. So I am so glad that I was able to get so much done tonight. 797 words down for Jen. Oh my gosh, that's a lot for one stream. 1,782 for the whole stream. Holy moly. Wow. Um, for Nano, I'm at 19,000. Oh my gosh, goal is 25K. You're really getting pretty close because it's only the 12th. You're getting pretty close. Oh my gosh. So, um, I was looking at my schedule a little bit just now since I saw the timer was going down. So I took a break and I looked at my schedule for the week. I'm thinking about maybe doing a pop-up live stream on Wednesday, probably this exact same time, but on Wednesday. So I might look a little closer at that. I might go ahead and update my um, thumbnail for that date for a pop-up. So fingers crossed, we may have yet another writing session Wednesday night. Just because I am about to the point where I'm wrapping up all of these details and I'm almost at the point to start drafting. Um, I know the goal was to write a book in a month, and that month was December, but I am itching to get started on this. So, holy, I may end up starting a little early if I can finalize everything and then maybe start some details on Wednesday during our pop-up. The pop-up live stream may not be quite as long as this one. It really just depends on how much time I want to spend on Wednesday and if I'm feeling well, because um, I am a little bit worried if like all of this grossness continues that I'll need a day off. I cannot afford to take Monday and Tuesday off because that is a day I'm coordinating really big events those days. So if I take a day off, if I can make it to Wednesday, it would be Wednesday. So hopefully hopefully I won't need a day off, but if you guys need a midweek live stream, I may be doing one Wednesday. I like that the Nano site gives a word amount for each day. I really do too. I really like using their site. Um, and yes, being able to, when you break it down like that, it's really encouraging and motivating, and it seems easier to write when you do it that way. That's how, when I did write a book in a month, when I actually did the whole challenge last year, I kind of took that same method in mind, and I estimated how many words I thought the book would be, and then I broke it apart by day, and that was super, super helpful. I exceeded my word count just about every single day with writing that book. So I actually finished the book, I think before the month was out. But the way that they list it and then all of the little graphics and everything that goes along with it, everything's just so encouraging. And then doing actual NaNoWriMo and not just using their website any other time of the year, there's always so many events. If you actually read through all of their emails, they send almost daily emails sometimes. There's always some kind of event somewhere online, especially here on YouTube. There's always something you can jump on and get the community from NaNoWriMo. I love that because writing is such a solitary activity that sometimes you can feel really lonely while you're working on a work in progress. And depending on what you're working on, maybe that's helpful, but a lot of us need like the water cooler talk. So I really appreciate what they do with NaNoWriMo and I love it. So I just wish it came at a better time of the year so that I could actually do it. But I think with my 2024 schedule, the way some of my books are releasing, I think that I will be in a place to do some of their other events, like Camp NaNoWriMo. I should be able to do because of the way the book's going to line up. And maybe their spring event also. So we will see. We'll see. All right. We did our second sprint. I already have kind of jumped ahead of myself and done a bit of planning towards that book 3. I figured out how they all like where the connecting point is with book 2. These are not like I mean, this is an interconnected series, so each book is a different one of the Sinclair sisters because there are 3 of them. Um, but there are like Easter eggs within each one, and so I figured out where I needed to put some of those little Easter eggs in book 2 so that it connected with the 3rd book. So I'm already a little bit ahead because that was what I thought I'd be working on for our 3rd sprint. I think I'm still going to keep working on my outline and sort of see what I can and I can tighten up tonight in the outline. And then if I get to a point where I'm kind of running out of steam or I need to think on some things, I may move on to finishing some planning for this week and just kind of relax going into this busy, busy week for me. I don't know about you guys, but it is a super busy week for me. So if you haven't already, that's on the banner below. Subscribe to my newsletter. It is at amyprokopis.com. I send out a newsletter once a month. It is not a very long one. It just gives you an idea of everything happening here on YouTube, my writing, everything I have going on for the month. I have not been super consistent the last few just because I've been really busy. I've had a lot of strange personal things this year. So I haven't been as consistent with that, especially the newsletter, as I have in the past. But I am starting to plan out my time a little better going into the new year because things slow down for me. And I'm reevaluating how I can make some of my systems work best for me. So seeing how I can automate things better. So subscribe to it to keep up with me because there are details that go in that newsletter that don't go anywhere else. Let's put up our timer. This is the final sprint of the night. Final 20 minutes on the clock. Let's wrap things up. Get ready for the week. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Thank you guys for sticking with me. We are now at the end of the live stream. Okay. So I didn't really do like anything the last sprint. Mostly just kind of planned. I did a little bit of video editing, but that's pretty much all of it. I am feeling a lot better now about going into this week. I definitely just needed the time to myself, time to work. I have been feeling just really like rushed. And so it was nice to have these dedicated sprints, especially because the timer kind of forces you to slow down and take the time and be intentional, which is really nice. So I am so glad that we had this stream tonight. So I'm hoping, like I said, I'm really hoping that everything works out this week. I'm also hoping I don't actually get more sick than the way I feel. That way we can maybe do that pop-up live stream on Wednesday and get a little bit more time in, especially because a lot of you guys are also working on NaNoWriMo. So maybe we can get another sprint in Wednesday night, same time. That would be awesome. Felicia said I wrote 569 words that time. That is, gosh, you guys write a lot in 20 minutes. 993 for Jen. Oh my gosh. At 2,775 words for this stream. That is crazy. So close to finishing this chapter. That is so exciting. Man, I'm just really impressed with how much you guys have been able to do. Yeesh. I cannot, it's making me like, I'm so excited to start actually working on this draft. You guys especially are making me super excited to get started writing. I'm so jealous of you guys right now. So, hopefully it will be a really good week. It's going to be a really busy one for me, but hopefully it will be busy in like maybe a good way. Maybe it'll be a productive kind of busy where you do all the things and you feel really good about it. I know after the events that I've been planning for Monday and Tuesday, after those are over, I should feel a lot better. It should feel like a relief because it has been a lot to plan it. It has been several weeks of planning for me. So I know I will feel quite a bit better with it off my plate. So fingers crossed, everything works out, right? Well, I think that pretty much wraps up the night for us. Thank you guys so much for following along. Check the links in my description to find my books, all of my social media accounts. Follow me everywhere because I'm pretty active. And as soon as I get my TikTok back to normal, you'll be able to see more of my content there. But until then, maybe Wednesday, but definitely next Sunday, I will see you guys for yet another writing stream. So thank you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.
Oh my God.